What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. If you watched my summon video before this, you will know that I was planning on making this video. We got quite a few things in the most recent update leading up to the Chat and Patty event banner. So they changed a lot of things, and we're going to go over it real quick. So first things first, let's go over to the training tab. So let's go ahead, since this will be a spoiler if you didn't watch my summon video, but it'll have been out long enough, so you should have seen it. So let's go over to Patty. So when it comes to enhancing or just leveling up your gear, they changed it so you don't have to go through that long animation anymore. So obviously I have Patty's Mirror Art here. Normally you would have to sit through that animation if you didn't click the skip button, but now if you do it, it just does this. Real quick. I really like that. It saves you time, and it doesn't put as much stress on the game with that unnecessary animation. We can do the same thing here. We're just going to go over this real quick. I'm not going to go over, a ton of the kind of animations, but we'll just infuse this one of Patty's weapon. Boom. Done. There you go. Does take a second right there, but it's much shorter than the other stuff. And then we'll level it up real quick so I can show you how quick that is as well. So let's go ahead and back out. Go right over to the training tab itself. Let's just go ahead and work on this one since it is the one we just infused. So you just click that, you do all your training stuff, boom. Just wait a second. And there you go. All done. It's probably a little slow right now, even with that, just because everyone's probably playing right now. Okay, so that's the first thing. So they changed that. Now let's go over to the mission tab. So there was something in the producer's note last month. Well, I guess still technically this month. After the preview came out, and the whole thing is people were kind of, being like, well, these Spirit Gear events are cool, but it doesn't give enough currency for us to be able to max everything out. So what do we do if we don't be able to do that in time? So what they did was they added missions here. You can do them a certain number of times a day. So for Ixamelina's, you can do twice a day. And for this one, you can do 3 times a day. And essentially what they are is exactly what they look like. They give you Spirit Gear shards for doing them once a day. So we're actually going to go through it and try it out once. So it looks like to me, so you can just do each one once per day. And it gives you 5 shards each time, which is phenomenal. Let's go over here. Does it do the same thing over here? Because that would be amazing. Okay, they're a little skimpier over here. It's 3 for this one. Which still isn't bad, but I'll probably try to do this once a day, try and get them all out of the way. I want to at least get them to 3-star. So, thinking about it, so for Vague, for example, I've got like 130, and I need 300 in order to get it to level 3 to where I can use his Spirit Art. So, I roughly need to do it 10... Yeah, it'll probably take me about 2 months of farming this until I can actually use it. Realistically thinking about it. Which sucks, but at least you'll be able to get it eventually. So, I don't know if you have to choose the 2 that you want to do. Like, if you really want Ix, can you just do Ix twice a day? Because if that's the case, I'm just going to spam Vague, because then I can get 9 shards a day, which will make things a lot faster. Here's the second part of this. You can't just use whoever you want for this. You have to use the character that's specifically for the Spirit Gear event. So you can only use Ixamelina. So you can use the characters that came with the Spirit Gear event specifically. So when they add more, it'll just be the characters that were specifically for that event. So you're going to empty your team. So we'll go ahead, we'll take Coccus off as well. So this is obviously a slow but grindy process, but it's still better than not having it at all. So it's only 8,000 power. Even if I couldn't use Melina, Like, even if I could only use Ix, this would still be plenty. And while we're in the stage, there's something else I want to quickly go over. Whatever they did with this update, they significantly upgraded the smoothness of the game. Look at this. You just go straight through the chest. Before, it would kind of lag when you go through the chest, but now it's, like, super smooth. So, we're just going to leave this on auto because this is not going to take any effort at all. We'll just let Ix go around, do his thing. There you go. Now we'll fight the boss. If his Mirror Jar gets up there, I'll just use it. This really isn't something you should actually have to... There you go, I didn't even get a chance to use it. So, even if your team isn't as strong as mine, you should still... Whoa! What? Wait, what? 12? Oh... Okay, that's actually a lot better. So you get 12 there, plus you get this. I assume this was probably for using a Mirror Jar or something. So you get 5 of each. So you can only do it once, though, here. So that's 10, plus the 12 I just got. So I just got 22 for Ix. Okay, so you get one more try. So you can either do Mileena's, or you can do Ix's again. Just for the sake of this, we are going to do Mileena's right here. Just go ahead and knock that out. It looks like you can only use Ix on this one. It showed Ix and Cocos on the thing. We'll see. We'll bring someone along who has Patty already. Alright, yeah, so it's still Ix and Mileena, and I assume you can't use anyone else. Yeah, it won't even let me open it to try. What would happen if I click Mileena? Let's see if there's that. I doubt it. Yeah, okay. So, same sort of thing. Boom. At least it lets you use any, assist Mirror Jar you want, because that would kind of suck to have search around for someone who's using Ix and Mileena, since neither of them have gotten new Mirror Jars in a long time. So there you go. We got that. Let's just go ahead and actually we'll use Ix's Spirit Gear right here. And then we'll use Mileena's, because I'm not going to be using these two other than for this, for a good while. There you go, 46,000 damage right there. And then we can spam, and we can use Patty's. Obviously, Patty's isn't that strong because it's also a heal. Boom. We got 14 for Mileena on that one. Plus, we got all the stuff there. So we got 14 plus another 15. So we got 29 that time. So yeah, so you'll be able to choose who you... So that's 0 tries. We can't do it anymore today. But let's say you're going for one character specifically. Just go for that one specific... do double on Ix. So, you'll end up getting... I wonder if the rewards will reset. Because you can't even select it. It says it resets in 8 hours, so I'll be able to do it when the next login bonus happens. But I'll be very curious to see... yeah, that'll be very interesting. To see if the actual, rewards will reset. So do you get these rewards every time? So that's what I'm going to do here, is we'll just go through Vague's. Because I don't even know if I can beat it with the other two. You know what, this will probably actually be useful. But yeah, so this is really cool, obviously, so we'll take a good count of the characters I'll be able to use. So let's actually, I'm not using this final team, so I'll make my final 2 teams my Spirit Gear farming teams. So we'll put Vague. Obviously, this Spirit Gear event, he's the only one I'll be able to use, so we'll see how well this goes. So we will take Annie off. We'll take Rudy off, and then we'll take Kohaku off. I just think this is, this is great. Obviously, at first glance, it looked kind of, like even before we just did it in this video, it looked kind of meh, because it looked like, oh, you're just getting 3 shards a day, but no. See, and this one's even lower. The other was, 8,000 power. This one's only 4,000. So with a Vega with 10,000 power, I should have no problem just steamrolling this event. But we'll see in a second here. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much the new stuff they added. You know, just real quick quality of life stuff. And I think it's really great, honestly. I love what they did with this. You know, being able to get your training stuff done faster, adding a way for you to farm spirit gear. So obviously we know Sophie will probably be the next one to get a spirit gear. So when her spirit gear event ends, we know that this mission will come back with it. Now here's obviously the downside for it is that obviously it takes stamina. It takes 10 stamina. Oh, well, that was actually kind of dumb on my part. For the next one, we'll actually have him just attack. Okay, so you saw 6 shards there, so we get 6. And then we get the 4 there, so that's 10 right there. And then we'll get another one next time we do it. So let's farm the same one again. So yeah, it takes 10 stamina each. So if you're going to do all 5 each day, that is 50 stamina you're missing out on for whatever event you're trying to do. But obviously, if it is something important that you want to go for, obviously. I probably won't do Ix and Melina's, just because I already have both of theirs at 3. I mean, obviously, it'd be kind of nice to get them higher, but... Okay, flick. There we go. I'd like to get them to 5 eventually, but maybe, you know... Maybe my first set of stamina for the day will probably just be doing the spirit gear stuff. I mean, it only costs 50 total, so... Out of my... I'll have 109... I think I have 190 now? Or something like that. Alright, so there's another 3. There's that. I have 189. I'll have 190 after I view the skits from Patty and chat. So that brings me down to 140 each day for whatever event I'm working on, which still gives me 3 runs of whatever 40 AP thing we've got. So we'll just go ahead and run that one more time. So yeah, these are very easy missions. I feel like even with as weak as my... Well, with Leon, I already have his spirit gear unlocked. But if I wanted to, like, get it to 4, for example, it would obviously be a very easy way to do it. Stan would be the tough one to kind of complete there. And I assume we'll get another 3. Okay, we got 4, so it can be random amounts from what it looks like. And that's pretty much it, and that's all you can do for the day. So you back out of there, and then it'll essentially just kick you out. Or at least it should. Yep, there we go. We got our 2 for the day, and then in 8 hours, they'll reset again. So that's pretty cool. And then I mentioned it in the other video, but in case you didn't watch it, there is this once-a-day mission you'll be able to do right here for the actual Chat and Patty event, where you can get these little tickets that you can use for the event shop. So there is also that to consider, and that one actually costs quite a bit, so doing that once a day can be kind of costly. So if you are going to do all this stuff, it'll probably take up a good amount of your stamina from your first set of stamina for the day, but it's really not that big of a deal in hindsight, especially if you're someone who's been playing for a long time. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video with the updates. The game is running a lot smoother now. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.